Welcome again to my foolery. I'm going to do a brief story time on one of my coworkers and their extracurricular activities. Years ago, I worked with a guy. He had maybe 2 teeth in his head. Very sweet demeanor. Medium-sized build. God didn't bless him in the looks department, but that didn't matter because he would work all kinds of overtime so him and his buddy can go to the hotel motel with some young ladies, take that little blue pill, and do tag team action. So we all found out about this man's activities, and the funniest thing was his name was after a singer who is also known for being wild. So for anonymity purposes, I'll give him Bobby Brown as his name. He would come in every Monday. We was doing residential work with some jobbing vans. So we would all gather around Monday after a long weekend or a regular weekend and be like, "So what happened, Bobby? How was your weekend?" So of course he's telling all the saucy details about the young ladies, and I guess they would do this stuff in exchange for sneakers or getting their nails done. What was another thing he told me? I'm like, wow, you can get them to do that for that? And he was like, yeah, and they're good looking. So now he was probably in his 50s, and they were like teenagers, like 18, 19, 20. You get the young girls. So at first, he, I would come around and I'd be like, I want to listen to the stories. And he was embarrassed and he didn't want to tell me the stories. I'm like, but I'm one of the guys. Just pretend like I have a mustache. So eventually, after some, like trying to shut the conversation down, eventually I got him to open up and tell me the stories. So at some point when he's telling the stories, I'm like, pictures or it didn't happen. Bet. So he took me up on the bet. So the next Monday, we come around, to get the weekend update. So he brings out, now at the time, this was before phones, like basically phones were more in their infancy. This was late 90s, around 2000. And after some prodding consistently to get him to show us photos, he came in on a Monday with photos. And they are 4x6 photos. This is before phones again. And I was like, damn, he really is hooking up with the young fillies. Wow. And he was all proud, and I'm like, next time before you take the photos, can you wax the girls or prep them up? Because there's a little too much of a wild forest going on there. That was my only critique. So other than that, it was high five, bro. You did good. So of course, I became a journeywoman, left the residential work, and was working on a job, and then I got word that our pal, Bobby Brown, died of a massive heart attack. I'm sure you can figure out what he was doing to earn that. In all fairness, rest in peace, buddy. You gave us lots of amusing stories. So go ahead, share your interesting story about your wild coworkers. And yeah, don't worry, some of my other buddies who are probably watching this, I'm not gonna out you. I'll give you an alias. You are protected. Share your story.